Hello, my name is David, and I'm gonna thank you because you give us the opportunity to present our project. So first, the name of the project is Bright Horizons Children's Centers, and the objectives that we set are: first, develop a new vision for the child care center, and second, to have a business model which is gonna be sustainable. Third, an initial investment of $2 million. Fourth, have 93 centers by the end of the 5th year. And the last one, but not less important, to have a rate of return on investment of 30%. So basically these are five objectives. And now we're going to continue with the business model with my colleague.
Now I'm going to present to you our business model. Our business model is based on 5 basic principles. First, quality. This refers to the maintenance of the continuity in the relationship between the children and the teacher. This will allow the children to be familiar with the person that will take care of him, from 0 to 6-year-olds. Then, space. We also believe that space needs must be satisfied in order to guarantee that the children feels free. And the third, the children and the staff ratio. The children and staff ratio refers to the maintenance of the turnover ratio really low, and this will be achieved by paying higher salaries to our staff and to recruiting the best people. The second principle refers to parent and child orientation. Our programs will be designed in order to guarantee the satisfaction of the needs between along all the career path of the employees. We want also to provide full service care, and finally we expect to develop unique learning experiences for the children. The third principle refers to worksite location. By the development of corporate agreements, we want to ensure that the tuition fees are maintained affordable for the parents. And we want also to guarantee employers that these programs will benefit them by reducing the absenteeism rate and increasing the productivity by a greater focus of the professionals on their work. The fourth principle is regional dominance. We want to develop clusters in order to guarantee the availability of our service through various locations. And the third, the staff attraction. We want to develop a regional presence and to attract the best local staff through this presence. And the subsidiary rents. We believe that the pressure of real estate cost cause lower margins and increase in tuition fees. Therefore, we want to manage this real estate in order to reduce the cost between 11 and 12%. Now my colleague will present the values.
Now we're going to talk about the company values, which we believe is one of the most important parts of this project. For this part of the company, we set like 6 values to be available for the operation of each day in the company. So also are gonna be used for the decision making at all the levels of the company, and these words like RNT, OBS are the first letter of each value, which R is for the respect for the parent, for the child, and for the faculty. N is for nurturing, T for trust, O for open and change, B for balance, refer for the balance between the program, the environment, the parents, and the faculty. And for the last, sustainability, which is one of the objectives that we mentioned at the first of the presentation. These values we wanna represent it in the logo of the Bright Horizons Children's Centers in the 6 rays of the sun, and which is the symbol of children at the center of all the activities. For the support and enhance of the values and the mission of quality in this project, we assembled a board of individuals to help us to develop this part of the company. So now we're gonna have the part of the industry analysis with my colleague.
When we analyze the industry, we realize that there are three clear segments. In-home, better known as nanny care, with a 10% market share. In family care, with a 30% market share, and center-based care with a 21% market share. We focus in this last segment as it is a 6 billion industry with an expected annual growth rate of 15%. We are going to be pioneers as we are going to satisfy an unmet need, bringing childcare quality centers within work sites. This will give us a competitive advantage of being the first, and we have made market research that shows that this is not just going to be the only advantage. We're also going to offer flexibility, professional quality childcare service, and the advantage of being close to your workplace. To achieve this goal, we have to overcome two major entry barriers. First, high real estate cost, and second, licensing. These two big reasons had pushed away major chains from service this attractive market. We feel confident that we are going to overcome this because we have qualified staff and experts in negotiating high real estate costs and making them low. Now to talk about positioning, I'm gonna change to my colleague Maya.
Positioning. Now I'm going to talk to you about positioning. We plan to develop a differentiation strategy based on the following: a family and corporate solutions, a child and parent center program, a worksite location that will allow us to differentiate from our competitors more clearly, a full service care that is available throughout all the year, multicultural environment that will enhance better experiences for children, and affordable tuition fees that will create a brand recognition for being affordable and being of quality. And our target market will be working families with 1 or 2 children from 0 to 6 years and a combined annual income of $40,000. Next, my colleague will present the industry analysis.
Thank you, Maite. Now we are going to see the SWOT analysis. Let's now talk about the strength. First of all, our innovative business model, because we are going to be pioneers in New England, and this will help us to achieve marketing positioning and higher consumer awareness. And also we are going to have higher staff salaries, because we are only going to have early childhood education degrees, teachers, which help us to improve relationships between children and kids and teachers, and also that will help us to reduce the turnover rate, which means lower cost. So then we are going to subsidize rents, and that will give us higher profit margins, because compared with our competitors, we are going to be about 10% above. And finally, ramp-up rates, because we are expecting to have in approximately 7 months the 80% of the capacity, which means about 60 for kids, and that's because we have a unique schedule program which makes us capable to achieve this goal. Then, talking about weaknesses, we have 2 big topics: the limited space capacity due to the real estate in New England, and the limited age group. That limits our target market. But we can avoid these weaknesses by making alliances with sponsors and corporations. And about the age group, we are planning to expand our programs in order to achieve older children. And we only see a staff profile as a little weakness because, but we are planning to avoid this because we are expecting to create a plan where we are going to train those persons and they are going to be our specialized staff. Then, talking about opportunities, we believe that we have a corporate alliances and sponsors will help us to increase our margins. And another interesting thing is about a charitable fund that we will call Horizon Fund. And the purpose of this program will be to provide care to children from battered women and homeless children. And that will help us because Bright Horizon will be recognized as a socially responsible firm. And finally, talking about threats, we know that government has a lot of changes about in the regulations and help about and affect licenses. So we are planning to have special programs and relationships with the government in order to avoid these problems. So now my partner Adriana is going to talk to you about risk.
We believe that in order to be successful and attract more investors, we have to be aware of the risks of this industry. The childcare industry is a low-margin industry, and having this in mind, we thought that the best thing to do in order to accomplish our operational costs is to create alliances between companies and Bright Horizons. We thought that this is a win-to-win deal. Companies will receive special tuition fees according to the members they are going to recruit for us. And they will be able, and in exchange, they will be able to offer this as fringe benefits for their employees. The northeast of New England is characterized for having a 4% unemployment rate, which is one of the lowest in the market. This has been challenging for companies in order to keep their key employees, and so this kind of benefits will be a great attraction for them. In other things, this subsidizing of operational costs will help us to lower our real estate costs, which are one of the highest within the US. Although we thought that human resources is a key factor in order to keep our promise of bringing high-quality childcare service and continuity. In order to achieve this, we have think that the best way is to recruit people that have natural affinity for children and with good certificates to give the best service to our customers.
Now it's my turn to talk about why investing in Bright Horizon is a great opportunity. First of all, this business model has no competition at all, basically. So that means that the risk is lower of not working. Our business model has two stages. The first stage starts with the raising of $2 million. These $2 million are going to be used to finance the startup expenses and the operating expenses of the first 2 years. In these 2 years, we are expecting on having 9 centers functioning, which are going to produce $400,000 US each year. Here it's going to be at this stage, and then from the 3rd year to the 5th year, we are thinking on aggressively expanding our business model up to 93 centers, which are going to produce $3.5 million annually. By discounting these cash flows at a 30% rate, which is the minimum accepted by the investors, we can see that we achieve the break-even point at the 6th year. The internal rate of return of this project is 42%, which means that we have also a maneuver margin. It's important to say that we actually have this projection made by made really conservative in a really conservative way, because we are expecting that the first 6 months of each center it's going to be not working at full capacity. In order to achieve this growth rates and this success, we need financing our operations. So during the first 5 years we are not to pay cash dividends. We are going to reinvest all utilities in order to create more value. These dividends are going to be accrued accumulatively every year, and at the end of the 5th year they are going to be paid by cash. Investing in Bright Horizon is a great opportunity, because if you are giving us $2 million, you are going to earn 55% of the actionary participation, which is a great opportunity to have control and vote in the major decisions of the company. Also, it's a great opportunity to create value, a valuable service to the community, and an opportunity of create a lot of money along this time.
Thank you for the time you spent in listening to our business plan. We think it is not just a great opportunity of inversion because of the profitability of the project, but because it is a chance to change how people think about childcare industry. We're going to revolutionize the market and we're going to achieve our goals.